Hey guys, Metal Viking 82 here, back with a new Viking Orations for you today. Different background, just trying out a different spot, but yeah, I'm going to be talking to you today about a concert that I went to this past Saturday, and that was to see the legendary Kiss for the third and most likely final time. And I know there's going to be people out there say, oh, well, they said once before that they were going to quit and they kept going and blah, blah, blah. Well, if you read Paul Stanley's latest book, you will actually find out the reason behind that. He actually discusses that very thing. So, but yeah, this show, oh my God. This is actually the third time that I have seen these guys, as I said. And, I've said before, I am a massive Kiss fanboy. I have been since I was a freshman in high school. And as cliche as it sounds, they did get me through a really rough part of my life. And, I never thought I would get to see them once. Most people don't even get to see their favorite band live even once. And, now I've seen them three times. And this was probably the best one out of all three times. They were amazing, the first two times, but this one to me was even better. One, because I was a lot closer to the band. It seems like as I've seen them, I've gotten closer and closer to the action. But the other thing that made it very special for me was that I took my mom with me, and this was her first big concert, and I thought, what better way to introduce her to live music than a Kiss show? And she wanted to go, apparently, when we saw them a few years ago at our state fair. Didn't realize that at the time, and she wouldn't have been able to get off work, because it was, I guess, such short notice when we got the tickets. It's been so long ago. But she was kind of upset that she wasn't able to go, and I told her, I said, well, if they ever come back, I'm taking you with me, and that's what I did. So to not only have her go to her very first concert ever, but to witness Kiss live and to see why this band is so important to me and why I think they are so great was such an amazing thing. And I actually got a little thing to kind of commemorate that, I guess you can say. There was an issue with the original set of tickets that they sent me for this show, and so I ended up getting a new set. So I took the extras that I had and I made myself a little frame with some pictures of me and my mom that we took at the show with our phones. We had to take a couple selfies, and I will be hanging this on my wall so that I will always remember this was the first concert my mom ever went to and the first one that her and I ever went to. So, yeah, very happy about that. You can make fun of me all you want for that. I really don't care. But yes, on to the show. Oh my fucking God. The set list was it was just amazing. I mean, obviously there's going to be songs that I wish they'd have played, but they're not going to be able to play every song that I mean, hell, if it was up to me, I would let them play their entire discography. That's how much of a fan I am. But I've got the set list right here. I mean, we had classics like Detroit Rock City started up, which is, in my opinion, the best way to open a Kiss show. Just the way the riffs come in, and the drums, everything is just makes it a perfect opener. Especially the way they drop the banner, the explosions go off, and then the band descends playing this. I mean, it's the perfect opener. And Shout It Out Loud, Deuce, which was amazing. They only had one song off of Sonic Boom, which was Say Yeah. Then you have I Love It Loud, Heaven's on Fire, War Machine, which is where Gene did his fire breathing, which is kind of unusual because I'm so used to seeing him do it during Firehouse. But what was cool is that, when he actually got to the part where he was going to breathe the fire, they actually started playing the siren from Firehouse. And of course, War Machine is one of my all-time favorite Kiss songs anyway. Then we had Lick It Up with a little snippet of The Who's Won't Get Fooled Again played towards the end of it. Calling Dr. Love, 100,000 Years, which is where Eric Singer did his drum solo, which was primo. Cold Gin, and that's where Tommy Thayer did his guitar solo. And I always found it so interesting about Cold Gin is that, the song is basically about going out late at night to get another quart of cheap booze to get yourself drunk, and the guy singing the song doesn't even fucking drink. So, but yeah, and then of course, you gotta have God of Thunder, and that's where Gene does his bass solo and does the blood spitting, and yeah, that was so cool to see live and to be a lot closer to the action. Because the first time I saw Kiss, I was in the same place. It was set up a little bit differently, but I was way back in the lawn, so they were very tiny, and I only had to look at the screens to, actually see any of the action. And this time I was closer, and I could see everything, like, super close, and I was just, so fucking excited. Then, of course, they played Psycho Circus, which, in my opinion, is a great song. Let Me Go, Rock and Roll, and then the next highlight of the night for me was when they played Love Gun. Paul came out onto the little mini stage, and if you look at my video that I posted, because I posted all 4 videos that I recorded at the show, and I also took quite a few pictures, but funnily enough, my mom took more pictures than I did. But during Love Gun, Paul gets on the little, zip line thing, and he flies out to this little mini stage, and he was literally like 8 or 9 rows in front of me. And it's like, for me as a huge fan to see this guy that I've, listened to his music for going on 20 years, coming, getting closer and closer to me. And it was just like, I could feel my heart rate just going faster, and to see him that close was absolutely amazing. And he stayed there to play the rest of Love Gun, and he played the majority of I Was Made for Loving You, and then of course flew back to the main stage. And then they closed out the main set with Black Diamond. And the weird thing is that, I almost want to say that Beth with Eric Singer on piano was actually technically the last song, because the band pretty much kind of went off stage a little bit, except for Eric Singer. And so, yeah, I would technically consider Beth to be like the last song, though it listed as an encore. And then, of course, after that, they played Crazy Crazy Nights, which is another great song in my opinion. And, of course, they have to end the night with Rock and Roll All Night, and that's where they released the confetti and the streamers and everything else. And then once the song is over, they play God Gave Rock and Roll to You Too over the intercom while everybody's filing out. And it was so exciting because this was the first time in all the times that I've seen Kiss, I was able to get some of the confetti from the show. As you can see, I got 2 snack size sandwich baggies full of these. These are not going up on eBay like I have seen here recently. These are staying in my collection. So yeah, now to the best part. Well, depending on who you ask. But talking about the merch. Now, first thing though, I'm going to show a little Kiss related memorabilia that I got off of eBay. That of course didn't come from the show, but that is just awesome. Peter Criss autograph picture. Very happy to have that. And while I was at the show, I was able to pick up a Tommy Thayer autograph picture, and it came with 3 pics. I used 2 of them. I've still got 1 left that I'm going to do something with. And he actually had these up on his website. I kept checking to see if they had gotten any more in stock, and luckily, they had them at the show. And then, of course, got me an Eric Singer autograph drum head. Finally able to add this guy's autograph to my collection. And, of course, you can't have a drum head without some drumsticks. These are my very first drumsticks ever purchased. And, of course, I picked up a nice little keychain. Got me a bandana, which looks really freaking cool. Yeah, the weekend before that, we saw Iron Maiden, and that was Tyler's time to go crazy on merch, and this was my time. And I got me a nice little end-of-the-road tote bag, which I actually have inside here the merch bags that they had at the show. And, of course, had to get some, t-shirts. I actually got this cool one right here. Kiss End of the Road Tour. And they were having city shirts, so I got the Indianapolis shirt. Had to get this. They've been doing this for like every city that they've been playing here for a while now. So I was really happy that they had that in my size. And then I got this awesome long sleeve shirt. It has, Kiss End of the Road tour on the sleeves, and the tour dates on the back. And I also got this absolutely killer Tommy Thayer miniature guitar, autographed in blue by Tommy Thayer. So happy they had that at the show. And last but not least, I bought a poster of the tour, and I framed it with my mom and mine's tickets and fast passes from the show. So cannot wait to hang that up at some point. So yeah, that is going to do it. If you've not seen a Kiss show before and you have the chance to go to one before this tour ends, I highly recommend that you do that. And yeah, that is going to do it. Thank you guys so much for watching and subscribing. And until next time, stay brutal.